A human face suddenly appears on the bed sheets. Amy opens it and there's nothing there. Turning her head, the face appears again on another sheet. Once again it is lifted and mysteriously disappears. Finally it hides behind the white sheet. Amy was very nervous. She slowly approaches. This time she pulled more slowly. The object was still covered with a red cloth. Amy hurriedly pulled it away. It was her sister, but it wasn't right. The face was much taller than her sister. Amy immediately realized that something was up to no good. As she searched the yard, a brittle old woman appeared out of nowhere. Before Amy could react, she quickly crawled over to her, but coincidentally, Amy was still half down. Then the old woman's beautiful face was instantly revealed. Amy screamed in terror. She wrapped herself in the bedclothes. I don't know how long it took. Amy saw that there was no movement. She lifted the sheet. She asked her sister if she had seen anything. She said she only saw a shadow. It went that way, but it left a few footprints and disappeared into thin air. Amy took her sister home first, and washed the sheets she had and washed the soiled sheets again. She soon found a locked manhole cover near the footprints. She found a locked manhole cover. Could that thing had come out of here? It couldn't be, after all. The lid was sealed so tightly, unless it was an immortal. But if not, then why is this manhole cover locked? Could there be some secret inside? At 3 o'clock in the night, Amy was awakened from her sleep by an odd noise. She followed the sound. Suddenly a figure flashed by. Turning her head, the old woman appeared again. She mumbled a few words. Again she disappeared into thin air. At that moment, the sound of a door closing next to her caught Amy's attention. Curious, she opened the door. She found her sister sleepwalking and couldn't wake her up. It was as if she was possessed by a ghost. Amy had to call her father to come and help her. Settling her sister down, Amy told her dad there was something in the house. Dad reassured her not to think about it. There was nothing in the house, but the next day, he went out in a hurry because what happened to his little girl yesterday was really unusual. Soon after, he hired a psychic, asking her to help exorcise his sister's evil spirits, and to see which spirits were at work in the house. What kind of spirits were at work in the house? The psychic was not very skilled. She didn't see anything wrong after a long look. She only said that her sister was simply sleepwalking because she was paid. She didn't do anything, so the psychic gave the two siblings a room as compensation. But as soon as the medium left, something else happened. The sister was lying in bed. She was chanting like a scripture. I couldn't make out what she was saying. Amy was about to approach when a noise came from behind her. She opened the window. She thought it was the old woman again, but this time it was a boy who was different. Amy decided she had to find out the truth. To the door. The door was locked so tight there was no way to get in. She had to stick her phone in and record. After a few days of recording, nothing seemed to be there. Suddenly a voice came out. Amy was terrified. Before she could react, there was another message from her sister. By the time Amy arrived, her sister was deep in her bones. She was still screaming. She tried to wake her sister up, but she was stalked by the psychic who arrived. She was told that you can't wake someone up when they're sleepwalking, but they didn't know that. Her sister wasn't sleepwalking. Her body had changed.